Versatile Mage. Chapter 173, Shanghai Enforcer Management. Mo Fan was feeling great as he left the library. Although there was still quite a long way to go to his ultimate goal, he had already received quite a profit from winning the competition. Dean Xiao clearly knew what Mo Fan needed, and so part of the resources were converted into something beneficial to Mo Fan so that he could get stronger. Once Mo Fan became strong, he would no longer fear having no money, as money would just come in by itself. As Dean Xiao had just mentioned, once he was at the higher levels, they were all talking about more than just millions. My fire is now the Rose Fire, which is worth more than 20 million in the market. The 2 million RMB I was given by the school is nowhere near enough to buy a spirit-grade lightning seed, not to mention that the lightning seed is way more expensive. Perhaps I should use this money here to improve my living condition, Mo Fan said to himself quietly. He no longer wanted to stay somewhere with no people around, especially after Xin Chia had entered a well-known school in Jiangzhou. She had difficulty moving around, so he had to hire someone to take care of her. Mo Fan even planned that when they got richer, he would hire a female bodyguard so that Xin Chia would not be bullied because of her gentle nature. For now, due to the university's rules, he, like the other new students, had to stay in the student hostel. In coming years, once he entered the main institution, he would have to get a place to stay. Everyone in the dorms might be living their own lives without interfering with one another, but there would still be some times where things could be very inconvenient. Just look at Zhao Mannion, who was always going out to get laid. With the hotels and motels located so far away from the school, he couldn't possibly bring the girls back to the dorms to have a one-night stand. Dean Xiao even gave Mo Fan a reasonable suggestion. Pouring all of his attention into cultivating was a good thing, but combined with some practical experience in combat, his cultivating speed would increase a considerable amount. After witnessing the 4 intermediate mages of the Dongfang family getting wrapped up during the battle with Chao He due to their lack of combat experience, Mo Fan now viewed fighting much more seriously. After all, what was the point of obtaining a high-level or strong spell if a person knew nothing about fighting? As a result, after a series of brainstorming sessions, Mo Fan figured that he would pick up where he left off long ago, becoming a hunter mage once again. In school, he might be able to challenge the other students for more experience, but this was not enough by itself. A friendly match would always be a friendly match. Everyone would compete with one another, but they would not go all out in the fight. Unlike friendly matches, only people like hunter mages would get involved in a real battle where there was a chance they would be killed. Only by fighting non-stop, refining and honing one's ability, would one be able to improve themselves. Even better, being a hunter mage would earn him some extra income. And if possible, he hoped that his lightning element would be able to morph into a spirit seed. After all, the temptation of having his combat power doubled was way too attractive. Mo Fan, where are you going? I've called out a few ladies from the water element. They're all extremely pretty. One of them is definitely your type. I can't deal with so many of them at the same time, shouted Zhang Pinggu to stop Mo Fan as soon as he saw Mo Fan about to head out. I'm bored, so I thought that I should go to the market to have a look, replied Mo Fan. As much as he wanted to meet with the few ladies from the water element, he had long ago figured out that with Zhang Pinggu's appeal, the ladies he called out might not be as beautiful as he claimed. Mo Fan instead decided to head towards the Hunters' Union. If it had been the elegant Zhao Mannion stopping Mo Fan, he would probably have stayed back. The Hunter Union was located in the area of the Liu family, where the few huge factions had each occupied a skyscraper for themselves. When Mo Fan arrived at the Hunter Union's skyscraper, he headed straight up to the 50th floor. The Hunter Union's main hall occupied this entire floor, with a total of 15 elevators being used to sustain the incredible human flow here. Around the main hall were all sorts of LCD screens, each filled with words and numbers that presented various bounties offered to the hunter mages in the hall. One could say that the information collected in Shanghai's Hunter Union was the largest and broadest of all the Hunter Unions. Even some of the overseas bounties would occasionally be listed here, allowing the Hunter Mages to select bounties according to their own capabilities and preferences. Because of his status as a student still in school, it was impossible for him to become a Hunter Mage active in the wilds. He also preferred hunting within the cities. Given how large the area occupied by Shanghai was, there would be countless monsters appearing here. What was the point of being a city urban law enforcer in tiny Bo City? If he had a choice, he would definitely be the city urban law enforcer of Shanghai. In that way, while he was hunting for demons and monsters, he would be able to not only cross paths with all kinds of beautiful ladies, but cultivate himself and even earn large bounties, so why not? Sir, you will first have to acquire the Veteran Hunter title in order to become a member of the City Beast Hunting Squad. According to the information you provided based on your experience in Bo City, you still lack a little bit in order to become a hunter of Shanghai, said the hunter assistant Mo Fan had chosen, very diplomatically. Then how do I obtain this title? Asked Mo Fan. You will have to complete enough assignments and tasks. We have a designated department that helps you record your results and settle them into contribution points for you. Once you have enough points, your title will be promoted automatically. According to the data you provided in Bo City, you are now only an intermediate hunter with 785 contribution points. You still have 9,215 points more to go to become an elite hunter. Said the woman. What the hell? That means that I'm still a novice that is not even close to being qualified as an enforcer. I feel that my capabilities could handle assignments with higher difficulties. Are there any shortcuts? Asked Mo Fan. You have to accumulate the points slowly. The Hunter Union has to be responsible to our customers. We can't let those unqualified hunters accept assignments beyond their qualifications, because if they fail, we would not only cause more trouble for our customers, but also unnecessary losses for our hunters who are capable of completing those assignments. Replied the assistant. All right, said Mo Fan as he laughed bitterly. Seems like he thought things were easy. A high qualification was required to become a city enforcer. If he used a saying from the original world he came from, one required a PhD in monster hunting to become a city enforcer. However, may I suggest you join a private hunting organization? Suggested the assistant. Private hunting organization. What do you mean? The Hunter Union permits well-known hunting squads or hunter masters to set up their own hunting organizations and attract customers. While these private organizations are much more expensive, they also have quite a high success rate of completion and efficiency. Immediately, Mo Fan knew what the assistant meant. The private hunting organizations were just like private detective agencies that served those in need. It would be extremely time-consuming for Mo Fan to start from the bottom level. If he joined one of these private hunting organizations, there would be no fixed requirements on the hunter titles. Other than that, he would not be required to search for suitable assignments within the information tsunami, and any work would be coming to him. Well, private hunting organization it is. Recommend me a private hunting organization, said Mo Fan enthusiastically as he slapped the table. After watching the whole series of Detective Conan, he felt that his chance had come. First of all, he had to think of a phrase to introduce himself. That's right, I am the handsome detective, Mo Fan, a professional in dealing with all types of problems. All the ladies will feel extremely hot whenever they hear my name. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.